Tonight, rugby alumni take a big hit.
My name is Mike. Oh.
McNabb takes on Philly, and the MLB postseason is just a week away. All that and more tonight on the fifth quarter.
Back in, he scores! He go all the way!
We're talking about practice.
Out of here! It's gone!
What's up, what's up? Welcome to the fifth quarter. I'm Blaine Wiles. We have a lot to cover, so let's go ahead and get started. Over the last 3 days, 4 MLB teams have clinched postseason berths, which leaves just 2 open playoff spots, both of which are in the National League. On Tuesday, the Yankees, Reds, Phillies, and Rays all clinched spots, joining the Twins and Rangers in the playoffs, leaving just the NL wildcard and NL West to be decided in the last week of the season. In football news, Donovan McNabb will be back in Philadelphia this Sunday to take on the Eagles for the first time since being traded to the Redskins. On ESPN Radio, McNabb says he anticipates more cheers than jeers when he is introduced as a Redskin. Other notable games this week include the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints, the Baltimore Ravens versus undefeated Pittsburgh Steelers, and the New York Giants take on the undefeated Chicago Bears on Sunday night. This week starts bye weeks, and Dallas, Tampa Bay, Minnesota Vikings, and the Kansas City Chiefs all have off. The NASCAR chase for the Cup is heading into Week 3. Jimmy Johnson is coming off a big win at Dover, which has propelled him into second place in the chase for the Cup. Also, he's back in the radars and that as a championship contender. This week, NASCAR is in Kansas for the Price Chopper 400, and drivers like Jeff Gordon, Carl Edwards, and Jeff Burton look to get their first wins of the season. That's right, it's almost time for Carolina Hurricanes hockey season to get underway. The Canes will host one more preseason game on October 1st versus the Atlanta Thrashers, then will start a long road trip in which they travel to Russia for an exhibition versus a Russian elite team. Following that, they will start their season against the Minnesota Wild in Finland. The Hurricanes will play 7 road games before coming home to face the Washington Capitals. Be sure to tune in all season as the fifth quarter will provide coverage on the Carolina Hurricanes, starting with highlights and interviews from their last preseason game on October 1st. When we would come back, we'll have highlights and interviews from the UNCG Rugby alumni game and the UNCG Baseball alumni game. Stay with us. Welcome back to the fifth quarter. Over homecoming weekend, the UNCG men's baseball team held an alumni game at the UNCG Baseball Stadium. For some alumni, it's their first time back on the field since graduating. This year's attendees included most of the 1994 baseball team that was inducted in the Hall of Fame last weekend. The event was a great way for alumni to share stories, interact with old teammates, most of all, play the game they love. Before the game started, Chancellor Brady gave a pregame pep talk to the players. Afterwards, she said this.
Well, homecoming is a great tradition for UNCG. It's really important that we bring our alumni back, that we keep them connected to the university. And indeed, we were just delighted today to induct the 1994 baseball team into the Spartan Hall of Fame. And it's really terrific to be able to bring back alumni. Some haven't been back since they graduated, but it's an important goal of us to keep our alumni connected.
Chancellor Brady went on to say that the turnout for the events were very good. We now have Devin to fill us in on some other homecoming events from last weekend.
Over homecoming weekend, the UNCG men's club rugby team held their annual alumni rugby game, in which they invited UNCG alumni who played on the rugby team to suit up and play another game against the current players. Going into this year, the alumni have won 24 straight years in a row. However, this year injuries seemed to take their toll. The alumni struggled to stay healthy throughout the game, and this monster hit shows this Goodyear squad really is.
My name is Mike. Oh, beast mode.
The current players to this game rather handedly won with a final score of 36-5. After the game, we caught up with both teams to get some reactions.
Like I said, they were hitting hard, and they deserve the win today. So
the boys played very well. Usually we have an excuse for winning, but this year we don't even have an excuse for losing. So that's okay. It's been 24 years since we lost, and I guess it's about time.
That's all the sport is, just everybody coming together, having fun, helping each other out off, and on the field.
Yeah.
What's your next game?
Their next game will be against Virginia Tech on October 1st, so come out and support our boys in blue and gold. Back to you, Blaine.
Thanks a lot, Devin. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the fifth quarter. In our last segment, it's unprofessional advice. I'll basically give my advice to someone in professional sports. This will be focusing on the Philadelphia versus Washington game coming up this weekend. Will be this Sunday when the new-look Washington Redskins travel to Philadelphia to take on their division foe. Mike Vick looks to have bumped up the Eagles' swagger level a few notches and has played out of his mind in the past couple of games. Just think, only a few weeks ago, stores in Philadelphia refused to even sell his jersey. Now every team in the NFL wants him. Kevin Kolb wants to beat him, and animals want to learn how to talk so they can hang out with him, just like Ray Lewis. However, I'm more interested in how Donovan McNabb will perform. Everyone knows how poorly McNabb was consistently treated while in Philly, and we can only imagine what a slap in the face it must have been to be traded to a team within his own division. What did McNabb ever do to the fans in Philadelphia anyways? I understood he never won a Super Bowl, but the consistent production he gave the team is undeniable. Every year with McNabb under center, the Eagles were a team to be reckoned with. No doubt about it. When asked if he thought the fans would boo or cheer him when he entered Lincoln Financial Field this Sunday, McNabb said, "Honestly, I expect to be more cheered." Whether he actually believes this or not, I don't know, but it should be undoubtedly be the case. Eagles fans already have one of the worst reputations of any fans in professional sports, and booing McNabb would only reinforce the obnoxious and spoiled Eagle fan stereotype even more. I understand he plays for one of their biggest rivals, but that was your choice, not his. He didn't leave in free agency. He didn't ask to be traded. He didn't retire, then come back wanting his spot to still be available. Brett Favre. So, Eagles fans, for your sake, don't boo Donovan McNabb this week. Don't want to cheer him? Fine. Just keep your mouth shut for once. That concludes our show today. Come back next week, same time. Y'all have a great weekend.